So I decided to make a little really super simple web page. Um, page on my website. It's docupletionforms.com/simple links. It's like 10 little links that go to the key components of our software that's getting all integrated together. So, uh, I just made it on an old school index.html page. All it is text. There's no image, nothing, just text and links. So there's a link to the home page, to retainercrypto.online, the contact form, the free ebooks, the form builder, the form reader, the CSV program. Let's see what else. A link to the SEO checker for your pages, a link to our hosting page for you to buy hosting. It's $5 site. We sell $5 hosting. That's all we're charging for right now. We're going to be adding a $15 and a $25 level of subscription. Um, Later, we have a link to our sample client portal, our communication portal that we can put on that we're putting in with the rest of our program. We're putting in a CRM, but we don't have that there because it's not up yet. And what else do we have? Oh yeah, we have a link to where you can register your business, um, your document related business. I have a consulting page. I consult people on how to put together the right types of contracts um, for an outsourced paralegal business. It works. It's a really simple, straightforward way of doing business, just having the contracts together and having a simple website. I mean, I do stupid, simple things online that work very effectively. Um, Run little ads for different types of services, buying judgments, doing outsourced paralegal work, showing people how to do paralegal work. A lot of it boils down to the contracts that you use, and they have to synchronize with each other because there's like 5 overlapping and intertwined contracts. Um, I mean, you can check it out on my consulting page, but we also have a link to the page on allinservice.org that is part of naoldp.org, our National Association of Online Legal Document Professionals, budding professional association. It's an unincorporated professional free association for people who are just independent business people who do things like buy judgments and do paralegal work or process serving, and you can register your business for free. So we have $5 hosting, a free contact form, free registration. We show you also how to do the allinservice.org project to help a religious or non-religious community group to put together a project to help kids on juvenile probation to complete their community service hours for the courts, for their probation officer, for the judge, all three the same. Um, and that's it. We have Zapier coming. RetainerCrypto.online has a link on there. That's our utility token that you're going to be able to pay your lawyer with. And we are pulling it all together with a new funnel with a few different platforms that actually, I mean, if you've never built a multi-platform internet presence website before with a funnel, there's so many different things. You have your payment processor. We use Stripe. You have your payment gateway. We're going to be using the payment gateway connected with Stripe inside of Paid Memberships Pro. Right now, we're using Sentry Login. Paid Memberships Pro integrates through Zapier and Stripe back to ClickFunnels, which is what we're going to build our funnel with. And there's going to be a members area, and in there that gives you the ability with Paid Memberships Pro to upgrade your membership, downgrade your membership to free. We're always going to have a free membership. Um, and to change your credit card information. Let's see, to access all the free ebooks that we have, the free articles on how to build a website. Every time I go retro like this, it's because we're building so many things that, we started in one area and then it just got kind of expansive. So I want to show people again what all things are, the core things that are basically central to any business. The professional association and doing something for the community are still core and central to any professional legal document based business, because you have to have an ethos around which you operate, and you do need to be connected to the community. So there's a lot of people are connected in other ways, but this is just a little project that I did as a youth minister when I was younger. I went to college and studied religion at California Lutheran University, and this is a project that works really, really well. It's super, super easy. A church or other religious group or non-religious group adopts a street and then commits to having volunteers there for like 3 hours of community service, where they sign off on the community service hours for the kids so they can take like some note or something back to their probation officer, and that's it. You can go to juvenile probation with a letter and say, "Hey, we're going to be doing this," and they'll pretty much approve any mainline standard religious or non-religious community group, like a YMCA or like a Methodist church or something, or a Jewish synagogue. Any of these different groups that are just mainline accepted social groups, they'll let you do community service with kids. So it's a cool thing that if you run a legal document based business, you can help one of those groups put together the adoption, like go adopt it from the roadside adoption agency. Adoption agency. It's usually the Department of Transportation. Sometimes it's the county. Sometimes it's like CHP. There's different groups in different counties. Sometimes there's something like a River Valley Conservatory that manages some different parts of like roadside cleanups, things like that. So you can help them do that, fill out the paperwork, and make sure they get their insurance ducks in a row. Make sure they talk with their legal counsel. Make sure they have proper waivers. Make sure they have a proper procedure. Make sure they have a contact person. You can even be the contact person if you're a member at one of these groups. But if you just kind of, you want to help some people to help some kids, you have to have a contact person there who is the phone number on the letter that you give to juvenile probation. It's an idea I came up with while I was reading my criminal law book back in like 2010. I was in this distance reading law school program at the Taft Law School, and I was reading about how juvenile prosecutors like working with groups who have something outside of the system that helps divert kids outside of the system. So something that can draw them into maybe just a different set of social situations so that they don't keep getting in trouble and then become adult recidivists, because that's a pattern that can happen. Is that kids start getting in trouble and then they think the system's set up for failure, and for those key pivotal years, right as they're turning into adults, they just keep getting in trouble, and they're in a pattern. Right when they hit adulthood, it's like hitting the ground running but spinning in circles. So they just keep going into the pattern, and then they're all of a sudden 30 and they have an adult criminal record. But a lot of guys have just like, I don't know how to explain it. Had they a little bit of better guidance when they're younger, a little bit of a better influence or circle to gravitate towards, you can see that they're not bad people. They just got into these patterns, and a lot of them will talk about it. And adults pull themselves out of these patterns as well. But it's a really good thing, and good for you to see the real spirit of the law is to reconcile parties who have been rent asunder. Now, if you have these kids from these different communities who, for whatever reason, when they're young, they feel like they're not a part of the regular community, like maybe their dad's not around, or maybe their mom's not around, or something's going on at home, or just whatever reason, they just like don't feel like they're part of like the white picket fence group of society. However you want to put it, they feel like they're kind of like torn out of society and they get in some trouble, and it puts them in a different category. But you look at the people arresting them and prosecuting them and judging them and then incarcerating them. A lot of those people are people who are also like, they chose to be in the justice system rather than being teachers or coaches, but they could have just as easily been teachers or coaches or ministers. Um, and it's sort of like this fabric of society is torn apart. Like these kids are in this other situation where really the judge giving them community service gives you an opportunity for you to step into this blank space in their life situation and set up this little, it's like a you're like a catcher in the rye. It's like a screen to keep kids' lives from going down the drain. And then you're there. You're that person who's like a coach, a mentor, a teacher. And maybe you do something like you then network with the local police athletic league or something and get the kids. They'll think it's weird at first because they're like, oh, didn't we just get arrested? No, these cops want to teach you how to play basketball or baseball or even boxing in some cities like Victorville. Police Athletic League does boxing. It's reconciling parties who have been rent asunder in a different sense. It's the spirit of the law. It's an access to justice type of spiritual approach to our country, our nation, a problem with youth, just a social situation that has gotten really, really big. I mean, there's a lot of people who become adult recidivists after being on juvenile probation. So, if you're in a business where you're involved with legal documents, you can help a group just administratively, clerically, kind of diaconally, if you want to look at it ecclesiologically. You're helping maybe a youth minister do something that a lot of youth ministers are younger people. A lot of people when they're young just they're really idealistic. They're not really great at paperwork, so maybe you can step in and be good at some paperwork for them and to help them and support them. Not every youth worker is a younger person, but you can help somebody who's been a seasoned veteran. Sometimes they're not good at office work, or they have too much office work already, doing all their fundraising and things like that. So find a way, make a way, figure out who wants to help people in your community. Register your business with NAOLDP. Use our free contact form. I mean, we have this super simple HTML page with some links, but it's meant to show you like what it is we're doing. These are the important things that we're doing to help you, and we're adding more elements to our software suite. So hopefully we can help you in your technological elements of your business, and also help you get a new direction with being connected in with your community as well. It'll give you some energy. It's not really another chore for you to do, knowing that you did this thing to help some people in a situation that's kind of difficult in their lives is something that'll help you inside of yourself too. So, alrighty, check out docupletionforms.com/simple links. There's a link at the very bottom of the page if you forget. At the footer, it says simple links. All right, thanks.